wasa 1,248 da za su fafata, waɗanda suka fito daga ƙungiyoyin ƙwallon ƙafa 449 da ke ƙasashe 71.
To muna da hira ta musamman kan wannan gasar. To Amurka ta sake kai har-hare ta sama kan Iran bayan da shugaba Donald Trump ya gargadin cewa Tehran za ta ɗanɗana kuɗata kan shekarun da take wajen amincewa da cimma yarjejeniya. Yayin da Iran ta mayar da martani wajen kai hare-hare kan muradun Washington a Bahrain da Kuwait da Jordan tare da sanar da killace mashigin ruwa na Hormuz. Ahmad Abba na ɗauke da ƙarin bayani.
Rundunar sojin Amurka ta ce ta kammala kai jerin hare-hare wurare masu mahimmanci a Iran, ciki har da cibiyoyin sa ido da na sadarwa da kuma na kare sararin samaniyar Iran, inda rahotanni suka ce an ji karar fashewar abubuwa a manyan biranen Iran. Shugaban Amurka Donald Trump, wanda tun farko ya yi gargaɗin Iran za ta ɗanɗana kudarta kan jan kafa da take yi wajen cimma yarjejeniya, ya jaddada cewa dakarun Amurka za su ɗora inda suka tsaya gobe, muddin ba kai ga cimma matsaya da mahukuntan Tehran ba. Yana mai cewa wasu manyan jami'an Iran ne suka roƙe shi da ya yi wa Allah ya dakatar da kai hare-haren, kamar yadda kafar yada labarai ta Fox ta ruwaito. Ita ma Iran ta sanar da kai jerin hare-hare kan sansanonin sojin Amurka a Bahrain da Kuwait da kuma Jordan, tare da farmakin wasu jiragen ruwa biyu a mashigin Hormuz a matsayin ramuwar gayya kan sabbin hare-haren Amurka a ƙasar.
To shugaban Faransa Emmanuel Macron ya gayyaci wasu ƙasashe daga cikin shugabannin yankin Gulf haɗe da Masar a taron ƙungiyar ƙasashe mafiya ƙarfin tattalin arziki ta G7 da zai gudana a Faransa a mako mai zuwa, domin tattauna batun yakin Iran, a ce wata sanarwa daga fadar shugaban kasar Elize. Haka ma ana sa ran mahalarta taron su tattauna batun rufe mashigin ruwan Hormuz da kuma tasirin yakin akan tattalin arzikin duniya. Shugabar 'yan sandan Ukraine ya zargi Rasha da ɗaukar matasan ƙasar aikin soja domin hallaka 'yan uwansu sojojin ƙasar. Wannan da yana zuwa bayan kama wani matashi dan shekaru 17 a Ukraine wanda kiran ta zarga da kashe wani sojan kasar. A wata hira da kafar yada labaran Shanzo, jami'in ya shaida cewa su musa
wallahi Najeriya sai Tinubu. Eja sai ba go billahi allazi la ilaha illa huwa. In yaro ya san uwarsa ta haife shi da jini, dan me cin uwarsa ya zo ya jaddada aqidansa. In ba mu yanka shi ba Allah ya kona ni, wallahi dai uwarsa ta haifo ni dan uwarsa. Kuma wannan sakon ina so ya kai ko ina, duk inda dan adawa yake, dan uban baban uwar shi ya shirya ma yaki dan uwarsa. Wallahi tallahi baya yi, wallahi in dai akan gwamna ne, wallahi Najeriya sai Tinubu. Eja sai ba go billahi allazi la ilaha illa huwa. In yaro ya san uwarsa ta haife shi da jini, dan me cin uwarsa ya zo ya jaddada aqidansa. In ba mu yanka shi ba Allah ya kona ni, wallahi dai uwarsa ta haifo ni dan uwarsa. Kuma wannan sakon ina so ya kai ko ina, duk inda dan adawa yake, dan uban baban uwar shi ya shirya ma yaki dan uwarsa. Wallahi tallahi baya yi, wallahi in dai akan gwamna ne.
So Mr. Apaya, you can see what he's saying. I think for the benefit of people who don't understand Hausa, maybe you can just give them a summary of what he said real quick in English.
This one, he is saying that Niger, na for Bogu, and Nigeria, Tinubu, and any other person, any youth, anybody who wants to oppose this should be ready for his life. They are going to slaughter him for opposing Bago in 2027 and Tinubu in 2027. For just opposing them, they are going to slaughter that person. And he wants this message to go viral, and that is why we're playing it. And we have to play it for the second time for the benefit of emphasis.
Exactly.
To God be the glory. We'll be having Wasu Abiodun in just about 30 minutes thereabout. And I think probably if the police have not seen this video, I think, recently there was a video of somebody, some group of youths who threatened, and police took action. Was you testify that here? So I think it will be very important. I don't know how some people feel. This is democracy.
Exactly. And
you cannot come and threaten us. If it is threat, your boss will not be there.
Exactly.
The president will not be there. The governor will not be there. It's not about threat. It's about what you have to offer. And if people believe in you, they vote for you. You don't coerce people. You don't force people. You don't threaten people. Are you a bandit? So I think this person should be traced. Before now, there was a video of a woman Fatima from Mushishi, who came to say our opinion, and she never insulted the governor. But you can see the backlashes, the jabs she has been receiving from some data boys, from left, right, up and down, even some officials of the government. So if that one is worthy of hitting, this one too, I think it's not even worthy. This one need to be arrested, it need to be questioned, to come and explain more what he means by this. Probably they might have prepared against 2027. We don't know.
Again, people need to understand that politics is not war, and democracy, that is why it is called democracy. Democracy involves two people, more than two or more people coming to be voted for. You understand? So it is not a one-man race. It has never been a one-man race. Democracy everywhere in the world is never a man-one race. Democracy is where different people will come together to have an opportunity, you know, to give people options to vote for who they like. And I feel like, Mr. Paya, if you are doing the right thing as a government, then you don't have any reason to be feared, to be afraid of elections. You know, we saw Baba Gana Zulum now. In the second tenure, everybody he didn't campaign, and everybody was even stepping down for him, that if we go, we are just wasting our resources, because this man is still going to go back again. So I don't know why we now turn politics to a do or die affair. And again, I want to let our youth know something. These politicians you want to kill for, these politicians you want to die for, they know actually send you. Their own children are not in the country. The ones that are in the country, you will never see them. So why would you now want to allow your own life to be used for illegal things? Why would you want your life to be used, to be rubbished, to be destroyed? For how much at the end of the day? How much are you getting? If no pass like that, what do you stand to gain?
You know, this type of threats are not supposed to be swept under the carpet. Just yesterday, the state was being thrown. If you see the calls from within and outside
serious
the
pandemonium.
country, from within and outside the state and the country, calls were being coming in, state capital. So that person, those people, those mischief makers who fake that news to destabilize the state, to state, I think they need to, though these police are, the state investigation is ongoing. But one very, very important thing is this. They said a bird that does on the street has its own
drama in the bush. Yes.
This person cannot just come and be making these statements without leveraging on something. Or probably if the police investigate, we'll get to find out what actually transpired and forced him, ginger him to make that statement, because he said we are going to slaughter anybody who opposed to Tinubu and Bagos re-election in 2027. And he wants the message to go viral, to be sent across. So it's not going to be taken lightly. And I believe the security will look for him.
Exactly. All right. Away from that, though, as PPR is coming, so definitely, yes, he's going to get that. So real quick, because we don't have much time this morning, let's take it to the Senate, as drama has been happening in the Senate. Yes, we brought the issue of the Southeast Development Commission just yesterday with misappropriation of money, where they were renting a single office room for around 153 million naira in Abuja. And also when they were asked of the 16 billion naira which was given to them, how much was remaining, they said it was 11 billion. But the Senate committee chairman, that was Ojuzo Kalu, said he has already spoken to the CBN, and the CBN said it was 13 billion that was remaining in the account. So what happened to the remaining 2 billion? Where did he go to? So a whole lot of drama. Also, that same yesterday, we got Senator Adams Oshimole clashing with NNPC officials and saying they have to bring Malam Milikiari dead or alive.
I think the first one you're going to play here is where he, I think, described them as the NNPC as a house of thieves.
Yes.
So before the second one will come.
All right. So let's have it.
NNPC has no reputation. Your reputation is for fraud. How can you sit us to our face and you say people want their children to be
because you are a senator does not mean you should sit here and be abusing
you think we are
the whole people in NNPC and us here.
You don't talk like that. Mr. Chairman, we need to make wait. Don't do that. Wait. When the senator has the floor, please allow me to land, and I will land nicely. I listen. I hear you say people want their children to be employed in NPC. Yes, because it's a house of thieves. And they want their children to benefit from it. Yeah, so you don't say those things. Number two, wait. Allow me to finish. NPC has no reputation. Your reputation is for fraud. How can you sit us to our face and you say people want their children to be employed?
Because you are a senator does not mean you should sit here and be abusing
you think we are
the whole people in NNPC and us here.
You don't talk like that.
Yes, listeners, so that was the first one where that was the voice of Senator Adams Oshomole. Yes, referring to NNPC as a house of thieves right there. So let's have the other one again right here.
Have the courage, the will to deploy his powers as enunciated in the Nigerian Constitution. The what we call habeas corpus. Mr. Chairman, this committee must have the courage, the will to deploy its powers as enunciated in the Nigerian Constitution and issue warrant, not tomorrow, today, and bring Melia Kari, even dead or alive, in law. The what we call habeas corpus. Even if he's dead, we want to see the body. And he will account. And you should say, here lies a man who died without accounting for his alleged crime that rose into trillions of naira. We are not talking of billions of naira. At the time when the country is borrowing money, we have huge sums of money that have not been accounted for. There are serious issues not raised by laymen, raised by competent auditors. And the man is joking. Where did he have the money to pay for his medical bill in Germany? Those who are dying here, what happens to them? So I think that it is not for us to try to amend the rules that we have already agreed on. Having failed repeatedly, a serious failure, we cannot condone it. And number two, sir, you are a corporate man, we all have our backgrounds. My locality cannot be represented by a person. He's no longer a managing director. And his responsibility is to account for his actions as MD. He cannot be represented in that capacity. And so to tolerate it is for us to be collectively guilty, individually and collectively, of not having the will. And in fact, it's about will.
It goes without saying that the former CEO of NNPCL has no regard and respect for this committee. It is also goes without saying that he has no defense on the allegation leveled against him over corruption while in office. Therefore, waiting for the CEO of NNPCL again will amount to what we call in law wild geese chairs, and I won't be part of that. I thereby second the motion, using our powers as given to us by the Constitution, to order for the arrest of Mr. Kiari, the former CEO of NNPCL. I so second. Thank you.
Okay, those in support of the motion say aye.
Aye.
Those against say nay. Okay. We hereby rule now that anywhere Mele Kiari, the former GMD of NNPC, be brought to the committee, should be arrested and be brought before the committee immediately.
Mr. Paya, when you hear the kind of monies that have been misappropriated in this country, then it is no surprise that we are still so impoverished It is no surprise that we are still so backward. It is no surprise that we are still so underdeveloped in this country. 210 trillion naira was not accounted for. But again, I'm not surprised. The Warri refinery was promised, nothing happened. Kaduna refinery, nothing happened. Port Harcourt refinery, nothing happened. We remembered turnaround maintenance year in, year out. And a single drop of whether diesel, kerosene, petrol, nothing was coming out of these places. But again, why now?
Well, if you ask me, the more reason why you are faced with terrible insecurity. The money that is supposed to be appropriated for critical, things in the country, most importantly the security, is now being siphoned by few individuals. Now, I am not accusing the lack of military of sponsoring insecurity in the country, but let me ask you just ordinary moral questions where you still beyond imagination what you and your immediate family or extended family cannot exhaust on earth.
The kingdom come.
And in a country that is being impoverished, then you are richer than the country. Then what next? You can sponsor anything.
Exactly.
You can sponsor anything.
Exactly.
This man, from the allegation, going by the allegation, he appears to be, he and his co appears to be richer than the country. And the country that is even going to borrow money to fix critical infrastructure, going to borrow money to even buy firearms for our security troops. Our security that are dying in the bush because of firearms and other, logistics. Then one person is having these resources at his own disposal. Then tell me, why wouldn't this person sponsor anything to destabilize governments?
He can.
Because it is only when the government is in peace that they can begin to ask questions. Come and account for this, come and account for that. But by the time you make sure the government is unstable, the government don't have its own feet on the ground, definitely nobody will question you.
Exactly.
So that is the more reason why you keep on seeing that insecurity, terrorism, and what have you, continue unabated. So I think the National Assembly should go beyond lip service.
Yes.
They should do the right thing, because the money you are going out to borrow is in the hands of few individuals. Now Commonwealth converted to their own personal wealth, and you are seeing them. They are flying. Look at how Melchior insulted them. You are not in office. You are no more in service. You are an ex. They call you to come and account for what you do. You are sending
somebody to represent you.
So even that one, I think what the Senate should have done at that point, they should have ordered the security to arrest that one.
The representative.
So that it will be a deterrent to others. Or are you the person who are calling?
No,
you understand?
No,
it will get you, will call you, but we want the boss now to come
himself.
And you came because you feel the 10th assembly is a rubber stamp assembly that can just, you can just go to the back door and make your arrangement. So I think the committee have actually opened the can of womb, and the Nigerians will follow up to see what comes out of it, if it's going to end up in a dustbin.
It's crazy, Mr. Apaya, when you think of what happened during the past administration. We have not known what is going to happen in this present one yet. Our fingers are still crossed because this present one, I'm definitely very sure that we are still going to have, it might be even worse than what we had in the previous administration. But again, Addis Irika too, yesterday, yesterday in the court, somebody testified, even though we knew that one already, but somebody has testified now in court. That's Nigerian Airways, the scam, the packaging. For God's sake, Mr. Apaya, how did we get to this situation where a minister will go and rent Ethiopian Airways aeroplane and brand it? This had been a painting for even better. Now paper 9 they take brand them. The way they take do our politicians car. Put Nigerian Airways, land it and commission snap picture. That airplane no do 24 hours for Nigeria. Went back. And billions of dollars went into that project.
If you ask me, in the recent history, that is the biggest scam
ever.
Let me tell you, from my own put all the Yahoo scam throughout Buhari's government to this moment, put them together, they can never be measured with what Hadi Sirika did to Nigeria.
What?
And unfortunately, this is 3 years down the line. This government have not actually do something about Hadi Sirika. Somebody who took Nigerian money, you understand, to go and hire Ethiopian to come and paint it, brand it as Nigerian Airways, only for it to land and celebrate ceremoniously, and
they went back.
Haba. In fact, the Hadi Sirika,
Melekiari, Emefiele, this woman of humanitarian affairs,
Sadia, who claimed to have fed
people during Corona
when we were in the lockdown. I remember that time. What surprises me, I remember myself, I took her in that process, because we put our life on the line. As far from media, I go to media house to do teaching and learning on radio, because the schools were being locked down. So, and they said they feed people. So I begin to wonder, how was she doing the feeding?
Maybe they were sending it to the students. They had students' address, and they were sending the food to their houses.
And that's what she claimed.
It's crazy.
So these 4 individuals who actually partake in Buhari's government, not any single government should have allowed them to have the breathing air, to enjoy the air, or to plant even our roots. There are a lot of them, but these are some of the ones that globally it's bring down the image of the country. Hadi Sirika, look at what you see. Look at Meleka, for all the turn around maintenance, all the money, the promise that a refinery, Warri and Port Harcourt refinery,
Kaduna
will start production.
They even flare gas for some time. When Oditoju went there, they were flaring gas. Him too was happy that they are flaring gas, knowing that it was just kerosene that they produced for a little while. I think it was even up to 1 month that they did that kerosene, and the whole place shuts down again.
And Almighty Godwin Emefiele again for changing our currency, changing the color of the denomination and whatever, without any presidential asset. President Buhari denied that he never know anything about that.
So you see?
You understand? So where did he get his own order? You understand? Right. So I think these individuals need to be used as a scapegoat, so that it will be a deterrent to another person who want to throw their...
Mr. Pai, I don't know. Our criminal justice system, I think there should be a special, a new kind of law should be enacted for public officers who steal public funds.
Let me tell you,
a special law should be enacted for them, if possible capital punishment. I don't know, it might seem extreme.
The only time would have gotten the best of the best is during Buhari with Professor Yemi Osibanjo from the law industry, who was being frustrated. He actually wanted to reform the judicial system, the justice system, so that our criminal justice, the administration of criminal justice, is why we are having large chunk of the problem. Professor Yemi Osibanjo wanted doing that, but you can see how his effort is being frustrated. That's now history.
It's history.
But honestly, whatever we're going to do in this country, if the administration of criminal justice is not being reformed, it's just going to be a kind of next to nothing effort. It's going to be effort in futility, because somebody who is nobody yesterday, he had opportunity today. He becomes super rich. Somebody who cannot boast of a million naira, a million of his own, he become a billionaire, multi-billionaire overnight. He is still in two-face, still the one that is going to enjoy with his family and move flamboyantly around the world, and still for lawyers that will help for litigation. So that when they go to court, they keep on dragging. I tell you, there are governor who started from 1999 to date are still having case in court, are still dragging. Some of them even die. Even former governor of Yobe State died. Governor of a lot of them. You understand? That of Taraba. A lot of them were having issues. They died. Some are still alive, and up to this moment, 26 years
after,
they are still having their cases in court.
No.
So you begin to wonder, what type of criminal justice are we having in the country?
But somebody who stole a chicken can be sentenced to life in prison.
Somebody who even even come to be critical, to criticize the government, no matter how the level of critique is. You understand? he will have his days in court or being behind the bar. So what are you doing? It's very unfortunate.
It is where we find ourselves talking about criticism. Ahmed Lee, what did he say the other day? Immediately he has been caught.
Yes.
But look at this young man who was saying he's going to kill people. At least Ahmed Lee never said he was going to kill people. Badeggi never said they were going to kill people. Indamito never said he was going to kill people. You know, a whole lot of the journalists out there who never said they were going to kill anybody, and immediately the security agencies were being mobilized to, you know. But again, we are now seeing somebody who is threatening to kill people. And it just seems everybody is just like, he's just talking his own. But we need to take this thing serious.
Comparatively, is it not on this radio? What we do in this radio was to keep the people informed.
Exactly.
Educated and entertainment. Information is very important. Any society that is not informed, that society will crash.
Exactly.
And each time there is a bandit attack or any terrorist attack, because of the reach of the radio, the coverage of the radio, and because the radio is people's radio that give voice to the voiceless and defend the defenseless, we have a platform that you can call in to give us a real-time information, not false information, real information in real time. And it has been helping the security. The security mustn't come out to tell you that, no, we are enjoying the information that is coming from you. No, they mustn't do that. The security have their ears to the ground everywhere, every bit part of the information. This one is not exceptional. The radio has been informing. What do you get at the end of the day? Only for a governor to appear on a public forum to say you are inciting public, violence, and you are this, you are that, calling names, even profiling the radio, profiling the owner of the radio as a terrorist, only for you to go to court to seek redress, and the judge will come and tell you that the governor never said that, and the issue has been quashed. You understand?
Yes,
so you begin to wonder, this one now that come to say now, they will still, I didn't see go to deny it. The ones they arrested, if not for the fact that God in his discretion gave an injunction that the radio should not be invaded, only God knows where the Badeggi radio would have been today.
Yes,
and we are not here for ourselves. It's for the public. The information, just look at what happened yesterday. The platforms like that, police issue a statement, but the leverage on the radios is platforms like this to make sure this information is being disseminated.
Yes.
And we did that, and it downs the tension. So people are having rest of mind after the information that came from the PPIO, the police command, you understand, through these media houses. So why should we this unwarranted repression on media? Look at living thugs who are threatening people's life, living bandits in the bush who are coming to kidnap and rape people openly and televise and broadcast it, and nothing happened. So I think the administration of criminal justice need to be strengthened, and the government need to strengthen our security apparatus.
Very, very important.
The security are going through hell.
They are going through hell.
It's just that because of their job, the nature, their job is regimental. They can't come and protest. I am telling you, if you are going to open a window for protest, the first people that will protest in this country will be security.
Security agencies.
Ebile, how can you leave your family only for you to go and defend your nation after killing you? If you are lucky, if you are a ranking officer, they will only remember you for just small period of time. If you are not careful, your family that you suffer to build, they will be abandoned.
Exactly.
So I want to tell you, if there's going to be room for protest, it is the security.
Just inside this week, we saw the retired police officers coming out to protest now that they want to be removed from the contributory pension scheme, that they also want to have their own pension body just like the army and the like. So you should know that they are also having issues. Mr. Paya, go into the barracks now, see what is happening in the barracks. Look at the buildings, look at the structures inside the barracks. And you'll be wondering, gallant officers living inside these places under these conditions, how much is their salary?
The people are putting their life
on the line,
their life and the life of their family. Because if you are in security, see, one of the reasons why I say I'm not going to join, I've had opportunities to join the police, to join the army, to even join the road safety. I say I can't live this type of life. That if you are not careful, you are working for the nation, but somebody is looking after your family. You understand? Somebody is threatening you, threatening your family. You understand? So I don't know. Unfortunately, what do you think you can do that is much for the police, for the soldier, for all the securities? What do you think is much that you can do for them? At the end of the day, what is their salary?
How much?
You send them to go and meet bandits and all these criminals with sophisticated weapon. What type of weapon are you giving them?
What motivation are you giving them?
So I think if we are really serious, we need to look at all these aspects.
Very important. So away from that, bandits attack school in Uluke, Bunu, Kogi, kill vice principal, 2 others. As bandits invaded a government secondary school, Uluke, Bunu, in Kaba, Bunu local government area of Kogi State, killing 3 persons, including the vice principal and a 6-year-old child. The attack, which occurred at about 10 a.m. on Wednesday, threw the community into mourning and heightened concerns over security in the area. So while we were having our own,
do you know my concern? Why is it all the times when we are, about stepping into an electioneering year, we keep on having this issue of insecurity here and there? Is it a deliberate attempt to demarcate either the government or vice versa? You understand? Because sometimes we have had in this country where Goodluck Jonathan come to say that Boko Haram, they have their members in his government, they're everywhere. He confessed that. Even President Muhammadu Buhari, that time, there is a lot of allegation. Even in this government, a lot of allegations. So, is it members of the government who are sponsoring this in order to have the sympathy of Nigeria or the sympathy of their people? Because you can hear what Sunday or this this Edo State Governor.
Yes. Okpebolo,
Okpebolo, what he said.
Yes.
And look at what Wike is saying. Wike accusing Makinde of
playing politics with kidnapping.
With kidnapping, with insecurity in order to demarcate Tinubu at 2027. So you are in the government, you know them. Why are you wasting time? Why don't you go after them? You understand? So a lot of governors used to come and make some fallacious statement after the huge security vote that is being, given to you, and you begin to blame the federal government at the top. What have you done with the resources that is being entrusted in you for you to deal with this issue? There are smaller issues that you can deal with.
Exactly.
Like I told you, I don't believe any governor who come and tell me police, soldiers, DSS are federal agents. I don't have control over them. They get their orders from the top. Why are you then using them for your own political gain?
Yes.
If you can use them for political gain, why don't you use the same gesture to use them to nip the issue of insecurity in your own state? There are arrangements you can make.
Exactly.
I don't believe the president will want to crucify, or the IG will crucify any police who saw danger and quickly took measures to address it. Instead, I think you should have award, or you should be rewarded or gifted for doing that. So I don't know how we are deceiving ourselves.
Yes.
That spirit of patriotism, in some large extent, is not there with our leaders.
It is not there. And again, I think I have to agree with you because when you talk about security being federal issue, then some people also tell you road too. I'm always of that opinion. Road and security are not federal government issues. They might be categorized as under the executive Kiniko.
No, there are some certain that are in a concurrent list and
the exclusive list.
But sometimes you use your discreet.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. These things are inside your state. It is happening within your own jurisdiction. So you need to find how to bring recourse to your people, to make them feel okay, not waiting for the federal government. Because when we do finish waiting for the federal government, is it till they finish killing your people? Is it till the bad road finish killing your people before the federal government come in? Won't you find out to do something for your people first? And that is why your people voted you into that place. We didn't vote for our leaders to be giving us excuses in the first place. We knew that there was a problem. That was why you were voted in the first place.
Of course. And okay, let me give you this. So sorry for all your points, so I don't forget this point.
Okay.
Because I want to just suppose. I want to buttress what you are saying. In Niger State, for instance, now, do you know this express road is a federal route? This is a federal government road. At the end of the day, federal government is going to reimburse the Niger State government.
Okay.
It's a federal government job.
You see?
It's in the exclusive list. We took it over. How about the security? Security is an exclusive. It's an exclusive because you're talking about soldiers, police being within the federal government, whatever. Now, why don't you help so that at the end of the day, you go and meet the president to explain to you
This
if
is
you
what
need
we have
reimbursement.
done. Yes, and reimburse us. Yes. While we were speaking, yes, the PPRO used a moonwalk to enter inside the studio this morning. No be backsliding take enter. Good morning. Good morning this morning, PPRO.
You know, and the last time Ebile said something, and I told him that backslide, using backslide to enter a room when we are watching film is only for the Babalaos, the Bokas. That one that use backslide.
And that's why it is now moonwalk.
I don't understand what
that's security walk. He just takes security walk into the studio, you know, very stealth movement.
Exactly.
I don't want to distract your attention.
Thank you very much, PPRO, for coming in this morning. Good morning this morning.
Thank you, Captain Dogo, Mr. Apaya, Niger Light, members of the public. Good morning once again. Thank you.
Yes, good morning. All right, PPRO. Before we go, Niger Light are already asking question. What is the update about the rumors in town? Yesterday's rumor.
Okay, thank you. Very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. That issue came up yesterday. Very early in the morning, we started receiving calls here and there. I was wondering how did people came up with this? What is happening? But you know, police information is information, whether true or not. We had to just verify first. You know, I was here last week, and somebody asked question about school protection because of what is happening in your state, and I mentioned that we were in the shoe before. We know what we passed through. We know the pressure, the trauma. We know how it is. Even the fact, apart from the fact that another state is happening in another state rather, but it has happened to us in Niger State. We know the impact we had on this. So we are not just folding our arms and allow a repeat of such situation. And it's not just the security agencies alone, even the state government. And that is why you've seen a lot of measures being taken, shutting down some schools because of security threats in some areas. If all these efforts have been put in place, and based on security report that educational activities can continue in other areas that have been assessed to be safe, then this thing came up yesterday. It looks like, what is happening in our town here? First, we got a call insinuating somewhere in Pakungu. Another call came in, it said somewhere in Boso. Another call came in, Tafa. So the thing was just sparking like fire. Okay, what is really happening? Then, apart from before yesterday, you know, as I said that the Commissioner of Police had earlier directed DPOs to work with school authorities, visit schools constantly in line with our school protection activities. And not just the police alone. The civil defense, they are also doing this, and other security agencies. So based on what had happened before, a lot of efforts were put in place in collaboration with the government for school protection. This was ongoing until what we had yesterday. And we still had to do what we need to do. Our DPOs went to schools, verify all this information, and it was discovered to be false. But the only issue we had, I think we had a report from Lambata Axis, a place they call Boyi Seriki, whether the report says that when the students finished their exams and they were having some clashes within themselves, and some students jokingly in the process of that clash raised the alarm of bandits, and that caused panic. So we're now assessing this information. Okay, does it mean that it's emanated from this place and begin to spark to other areas? However, the DP of Lambata was directed to work with the school, identify those students who must have raised that alarm. But we were so amazed that how did this rumor continue to move from one location to another and mentioning different schools, not just one, not just two, not just three. But we thank God nothing happened, and we are still investigating to really identify who are the mischief makers who must have done this. But we are taking it in two ways. In as much as everybody know that it is a false information, false alarm, but it still put us on our tool to ensure that we'll continue to do what we need to do on school protection, because we can't afford to go back to where we were coming from. So not just the police, I will keep on emphasizing this. We are doing everything possible with the school administrators, Ministry of Education, government, other security agencies. And even if we don't pray, if we have any overwhelming situation, we bring military into it, because safety of our children, safety of our school, protection of life and property is the objective. And you cannot do it alone.
Yes.
All of us have to be on board. But we want to assure members of the public, we are not leaving any stone unturned. We are doing what we need to do in collaboration with all stakeholders, all security agencies, government. All hands are on deck. It's beyond just rumor and false alarm. It is a very serious business. We know what happened in Kogi.
Yes.
We know what happened in Edo, and what is still happening in Oyo. So we cannot afford to allow a repeat of such in Niger State. And that is why, in as much as what happened yesterday was false information, but it still boils down to rejigging our security architecture towards school protection in Niger.
All right. And thank you very much, PPRO, for that one. So, Niger Light, you heard that from the PPRO, as you have been giving us an update on what actually happened yesterday. Thank you very much for that one. And we hope that the police, because some people are saying there is no smoke without a fire. That was what some people, that was the feelers from people I discussed with inside the Times. They were saying there is no smoke without a fire.
That's why we say we are investigating, and that's why I've just mentioned the only scenario we had from Boyi Seriki area. But intelligence-led investigation will assist us, will prove to us what is the motive behind this, how did this false information came about, and what are they planning to achieve. In as much as, yes, some incidents were recorded in other states, but we don't have any issue in Niger State. So how did it happen? What happened? At what? Where is the missing link?
All right. Thank you very much. So let's go into the updates for today.
Okay. It's another Thursday, and we're already here. Excuse me. As we continue to monitor security architecture in the state, we continue to do what is expected of us. I think the last time I was there, one of our callers also observed our patrol not being visible enough within the town. I just have to mention this again. Some of these patrol teams, they respond to one distress or the other, and after that they command, as I said earlier, that as a result of solar activities, it was very cumbersome and very tedious. So you move from one place to another. Some of the reasons why they were not seen. And even yesterday, we had an assignment at, I think, Trade Fair Complex. So all these patrol vehicles were there. So, but I can assure you, I think from today again, will be visible at our various points, at Tunga Market, at Flamingo Junction, at GRA Junction. You see our vehicles, even Pakungu roundabout, Emirates Junction. These are our strategic locations to respond to any distress. What we have come to discuss today is recently, from our report, we are seeing offshoots in loss of life. Loss of life, what we call culpable homicide. From the daily report, within a period of last month to this month, a lot of killings are taking place, and it is very important to bring it on board to let know what is happening in our society, because life is so precious, and as they say, life does not have duplicates. It is not a situation where when you take one life, then you go to the corner of your room, pick the extra life, as if you are playing game, say life 1, life 2, life 3. So it is very important. Life is very important. A single life of a person is very important than for us to even talk about 2, 3, 4, 5. So in as much as we are doing our job in line with criminal justice system, investigating, arresting, and prosecuting, we need to also look into the non-kinetic approach by way of sensitizing our people, by way of calling for support from traditional institutions, calling for support from religious leaders, our elders, to see what can be done collectively to ensure that loss of life, unnecessary loss of life, avoidable deaths.
A Security Council meeting convened to discuss mediation and dialogue for lasting peace in the Middle East against a backdrop of fraying ceasefires and renewed fighting in the region. The UN Secretary General reserved his starkest warning for the confrontation between Washington and Tehran.
The ceasefire is more like a lesser fire, as we have seen with the escalating attacks and rhetoric over the last 48 hours. And we should not minimize the risks of a lesser fire becoming full fire, or, in another word, full war.
Iran's ambassador to the Council said it was Washington who broke the ceasefire, not Tehran, but that it will respond.
The United States and Israeli regime have repeatedly violated the comprehensive ceasefire of 8 April. In the face of these continuing violation and armed attack, Iran has exercised and will continue to exercise its inherent right to self-defense.
The attacks put Gulf states in the line of fire, among them countries that have spent months trying to broker an end to this very conflict.
وفي هذا الصدد تدين دولة قطر بشدة.
The state of Qatar strongly condemns the Iranian attacks against Kuwait, Bahrain and Jordan. These are a blatant violation of the sovereignty of these countries.
The United States, whose strikes on Iranian targets dominated the day, sent a lower-level diplomat to the meeting, not its ambassador. Russia urged diplomacy as the only path.
We considered the decision of Washington to establish a truce with Iran as the only correct one. Unfortunately, in recent days, we have witnessed fresh potential.
Still not worth losing our lives. Still not worth it. So we are saying that, and even in Mokwa, on the same date, 5th June, around 2:30 p.m., a complainant from Polwire area, Fulani camp, via Lafiaji, reported that his two sons, Mohammed Baido, 40 years, and Abubakar Baido, 27 years, engaged in a fight in their camp. As a result of this, the wife of Mohammed Baido received a deep cut on her head in the process of trying to separate the two brothers. And they were rushed to the hospital. Even the one of them, again, Mohammed Baido, also sustained serious injury as a result of that fight. And at the end of the day, Baido died in the hospital. The wife, I don't know, probably by now, if God says she will survive it, because a very serious injury on her head. You can see, because of one mere argument, little provocation, we begin to fight, and at the end of the day, a life is lost. Moving forward, we also got a report from B Division Suleja on 6th June at about 11 p.m. A young man was found lying down unconscious around Waterboard area in Suleja Club area with marks of violence on his body. He later died while we are still investigating. You can see too, despite the fact that it was late, some suspected hoodlums must have attacked him. We were able to observe marks of violence. That is another young man who definitely have a family, have people he's taking care of, and at the end of the day, for one reason or the other, is being attacked and a life is lost there. A Division Bida on 7th June at about 7:30 a.m. we received a report that a victim who was later identified as Ali Muhammad, 35 years, was found lifeless along Rukpa Village Road to GRA. I think this report, based on what we got here, that this person or this individual specialized in buying rice from these villages and supply to some companies, and he was going on his motorcycle with his bag and just for his normal daily activities. It was amazing to get to realize that his body was found along the road, from GRA Bida to Rukpa Village. Along that road, his motorcycle was left there, his phones and his bag containing some valuables. But there were marks of violence, machete cut on his head, on his hand, and he was even tied with belt. Tied his hand, tied his leg. So you can see that's another life lost. We are investigating. A Division Kotongora, we had on 21st May around 1 p.m., a complainant from Udara village via Kotangora reported that his brother, Farida Muhammad, was missing since on 15th May. And during the searching of the nearby forest, his body was found and moved to General Hospital. This is another loss of life. You just discover somebody died
just like that
for no reason. And look at the one that happened here too recently, Metumbi, on 21st May. Very, very unfortunate report received indicated that one Jafar Abdullah Dabaru was attacked in his house, stabbed dead. We're still working on it too. And so many other reports. I think in Kacha, we had one too on 19th May, where one Isa Umaba and Isa Ndabala, both of Cheche village, Kacha, had just a mere argument, resulted into a fight, and during the process, one Sadu Seidu attempted to separate them during the fight. He had to receive a punch on the neck from Isa Ndabala. He fell unconscious, was rushed to hospital. While on admission, he died.
Wow.
Can see? Ibi, on 16 May, around 10 a.m., one Muhammad Guruma of about 57 years of age was found in his blood around Tunga Hassana Daja Road. We had to go there. We picked the corpse to hospital. For you to even get witness who will explain to you what really happened. Somebody who was just on his motorcycle going from one point to another, he will be attacked and he will be killed. Even in still in Ibi, another case around Ibi on 31st May, at about 8 a.m., some persons reported that their children, this is another very unfortunate case, their children, or about 5 of them, were missing since on 26th May, while on their way home between Poto, Poji village. The parents reported at Ibi police station. They searched for them, and I think on 27 at about 9 a.m., one of the children was brought back home with bullet wound. He was interviewed, having been taken to the hospital. It was this boy that now made it known to us that on their way coming back home along Poji village, some persons suspected to be vigilante attacked them. They opened fire on them. Well, further search, we, in collaboration with vigilante men around, behold, 3 dead bodies of these children were found, almost decomposing. The matter is under investigation, trying to identify which of the vigilante group will be so cruel enough to open fire on these small children. They are between 5 to 7 years of age. What have they seen in them that makes them to look like a threat and open fire on them? But one survived, but unfortunately, about 3 of them died. So I can go on and on and on and on. So it's all, we just have to bring this up to let our people know that despite the fact that we are within the city, we are within the town, but a lot of things are happening in our villages, in our communities, in our local governments. We are losing people almost on daily basis. I think one of the incidents we received from Paiko, where a boy and his uncle, the uncle was just trying to caution him maybe on 1 or 2 misdeeds he must have done. A small boy picked cutlass, and before you know, he macheted his uncle to death. Like that. So we sat down, and I felt, every month we check our crime statistics, we compile our report, and culpable homicide is continuing to be on the high side, continuing to be on the high. So what should we do? We need to all bring into the public space for people to know that these are the situations we are facing. We want to urge the clerics, our pastors, our imam, our religious leaders, to continue to talk to our people at our various platforms, and our community leaders, the traditional institutions. We should go back to the real task of leading our subjects and advising them, talking to them. Even sometimes you see issue of land tussle. Before you know, loss of life. It happened recently in part of Kagara, where they were just issue of argument over land, portion of land, and before you know, 5, 6, 7 persons lost their life. We received a similar report from Gao Babangida, I think community Boka Meyaki or thereabout. The family members wanted to sell portion of land. Before you know, it led to argument. People died. So we need to just look inward, and we need to value life. When we prioritize life first, all other things should be secondary. Life should be primary, no matter the challenges, no matter the misunderstanding, no matter the argument, which can be resolved either in court, either through ADR, either through communal intervention. So many ways, there's no problem without a solution, whichever way we want to go about it. But rather than taking laws into our hands and making life just to go like that, okay, when you kill your uncle, you kill your brother, you kill your neighbor, will you be able to see this person tomorrow? And by the time you are arrested, look at the weight of the law, the consequences you face. You kill somebody and you are arrested, you are prosecuted. Even if you don't get death penalty, sometimes you get life imprisonment. And look at the way your life will become miserable. Are you ready to face these consequences? So I just felt we need to bring this on board. Let our people know. Let us also receive contributions. We are losing lives in this case. It is not enemies. It is not bandits. It is not hoodlums that is killing us. We are the ones that are killing ourselves. To what end? What are we going to gain from this? And what should we do as people to avoid losing lives on daily basis? Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, PPRO Ashia Abiodun, for that update. And I think PPRO wants to hear from the people today. Yes, so we can start bringing in the calls. Yes, people have been dying. A whole lot of people have been dying. People have been killing themselves. So if you have any contribution for the PPRO, you can hit us up on the number 091 3855 79001. Hello, good morning this morning.
Good morning, Captain Bogo.
Yes, good morning this morning.
Good morning, Usman Apaya. Good morning, the Indicatable PPRO.
Good morning, sir.
My name is Comrade Ahmed Amu, calling from 123 quarters.
Thank you.
I want to thank the Niger State Commander under the leadership of CP Adamun Atullah Eleman, and also want to thank you in particularly for doing a very nice job for the people of Niger State. Keep it up, please, PPRO. Please, PPRO. I think those that emitted this rumor yesterday need to be praised and also need to be punished, because the rate at which the parents were down with blood pressure since that yesterday is at an alarming rate. How will you sit at the comfort of your room and spread a rumor? I think they need to be, and then for people, PPRO, what would be your advice to people? If you had any information, what did they need to do? Please tell them. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yes, and the PPRO is talking about the increase in the rate of homicide in and around Mina, Niger State, to be precise. So, yes. Hello, good morning this morning.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Captain Dogo, ina kwana tashi lafiya. PPRO ina kwana.
Ina kwana, sir.
To Allah ya kara ma lafiya, Allah ya kara ma kudin karfin gwiwa.
Amin.
Shawaran da zan bada cikin wannan lamarin nan da yake faruwa, mostly gaskiya abin da za ku kara sa ido kuma abin da za ku sake kula da shi a Najeriya yanzu nan shine magana mahedin nan. Yana daga cikin abin da yake contribute wannan abu, saboda ko mu nan da muke HK area kana confronting yaro, karamin yaro yanzu nan saboda shaye-shayen nan da mayen nan, kana confronting karamin yaro ka ga yaro ya fara za da ma ido kai ni ne fa. To ka duba those countries, wasu abubuwan nan da yake faruwa, wasu wallahi ba su a cikin hayace su lokacin da abin da yake faruwa, shine maganar gaskiya. Ku kara kula da ku daura danci akan maganar shaye-shaye da mayen nan, a bi lungu da sakwan aka kama mutane ana hukunta mutane. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you.
Yes, attention will focus more on all this taking of hard drugs, all this
drug and substances abuse.
Exactly. Yes, we have Balabinu Tige saying, good morning, Mr. Ibile Osman Apaya and listeners. It's unfortunate that we find that we are faced with insecurity in this country. Newspaper headlines every day about killings. Where are all the monies allocated to? PPRO, the governor gave a marching order that security forces be withdrawn from VIPs. Is it the governor or the president? That was the president. Yes, but they have resumed guarding those VIPs again. The security forces are more interested in guarding the VIPs than the ordinary citizens. This is no longer acceptable. PPRO, where do you post over 5,000 personnel you recruit every year?
I think from this end we have one.
Okay.
Talking about this, unabated killings that is going on now. We earlier on, before your coming, we play a video of an individual, a youth who threatened to kill any person who is opposed to President Bola Tinubu's election and that of Bago. And he said that message should be sent to go viral. Any youths in Niger who come to oppose to these individuals, President and the governor of Niger State. So we felt it's a very terrible threat that needed not to be swept under the carpet.
Exactly.
So that the level of death killings
can be brought down. Yes, exactly. Hello, good morning this morning.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
Na kwanan ku ya gajiya.
Lafiya lau.
Ina ma babban bako barka da zuwa. Sunana Muktar daga nan unguwar sarki, na muku fatan alheri. Ina da tambaya ne ko shawara. Gaskiya masu karo motsin nan sa ya kamata a ɗauke serious action a kansu. Na ɗaya kenan. Na biyu kuma sa don Allah da Annabi mun san police suna kokarin su, amma sa wallahi ka dan bincika ka shiga schools ba za ka ga securities a schools ba suna irin abin nan ba. To ya kamata sa ku yi kokari, ko da police mun san ba su da yawa, a yi kokari a sassa ko da irin su ADC su waye ne a makarantu, ka je schools ba securities a school. Kuma irin wannan abun Allah na tuba su daga fulla ba mu fatan ya faru. ƴaƴanmu suna makarantu, muna so sa a yi kokari a sa mana securities a makarantu, shine fatan mu. Kuma Allah ya ba mu iko, Allah ya ba ku ikon yi, Allah kuma ya ba mu zaman lafiya a ƙasar mu. Nagode.
Thank you very much.
I think let me quickly respond to this, then we'll continue. Let me pick it from the last caller, school protection, because it's very, very important. In as much as security agencies work with the school, that is the essence why DPOs are directed to always visit the school, have meeting with school administrators, point out area of lapses, on the spot assessment in the school, and have contact of the school administrators, where the principal too will have the contact of the DPO, and patrol vehicles should be visiting the school from time to time. That is on the side of security agency. But the Ministry of Education too, with the government, they may deem it fit to employ security men that will be around the school, by the gates, by all these corners. If we have some vigilante men in the school, it's not bad. And I'm also aware that we are working with the NSCDC, Civil Defense. School Protection Project is a collaborative effort between the police and them. We are doing all these things to ensure that protection is guaranteed in our schools. Yes, if we may not be able to post police individually in all schools, because I may not be able to have exact figure of how many schools in Niger State, but it is not visible for you to have, okay, you deploy 3 policemen here, 2 policemen in all schools, both primaries and secondary schools. But for example, what we know we can guarantee, patrol vehicles hovering around, for example, Central Police Station to some of the schools along Boso Road, what is the distance? Boso Division to Bahago schools, what is the distance? And so on and so forth like that. Dusenkura to GRA Police Station, these are the issues. So Pakungu Police Station to some of the schools around that area. In case of anything, within few minutes, response is at the school post, and we respond to issues like it. But what we are trying to say is that our DPOs have been directed to be more closer to the school management, so that we can be able to have intelligence, we can be able to nip issue on the board immediately. Not just even external threats, even internal threats. There are boys that will fight, bring cutlass, bring knife to school. You also need police to handle some of these situations, and this is what we are doing. And all hands should be on deck to ensure that our schools continue to be safe. We are doing this, talking about video threatening to kill people who are supporting the president and the governor. I think we got that video, and we have sent it to our intelligence unit. You see, and part of the videos, this rumor of yesterday too, there were a lot of videos, most especially from Gauraka, from Suleja. Somebody will just be talking because we have phones and be raising false alarm. You have not seen something. All this we are analyzing, we are we're investigating, and definitely some of these persons should be arrested, because you must also use social media responsibly. You don't use social media to cause chaos, to cause panic in the society, because you have data and you have Android phones. So all these things also need sensitization. Some of them are doing this thing probably because they don't know the implication. But we are looking at all these videos, and definitely by the grace of God, we'll get them arrested and they face the consequences of their action. Somebody asked about 5,000 recruits. The last recruit is still ongoing. I think as far as I know, whereas the last stage we had was an exam, and the result of the exam is yet to come out. Immediately the result come out, they are going for medical screening, and after medical screening, before they will proceed to the college for training for about 6 months. So talking about 5,000 recruits is still a work in progress. I just have to mention that. Somebody mentioned VIP protection. Yes, police have made, not just even police, a presidential directive, and police have definitely, we have complied on this, and that is why you see some of these persons who are not entitled to police protection, we have withdrawn our men from them, and that is why other agencies take over some of this responsibility, so that we can have enough hand to concentrate on the duty of protection of life and property. The president cannot give us directive and we say no. The commissioner of police in Niger State, which is my jurisdiction that I know, we have withdrawn most of our men from the VIPs that are not entitled, while those that are entitled statutorily still have their security intact. Drug and substance abuse. Yes, this person is very correct. Crime and drug substance abuse is known to be 5 and 6. All sort of violent crime, robbery, rape, killing, and so on and so forth. It is proven that you hardly commit this crime without being hypnotized with some of these intoxicants. And that is where I know that a lot of NGOs, a lot of agencies are doing one thing or the other to address the use of this drug and substance abuse. And it's still a work in progress. NDLA, they are doing wonderful job on this. So many NGOs, they are doing wonderful job. And we know that the rate at which the spread of drugs in our society, I think is getting, we know a lot of, even recently, one of the reports I had, where the NDLA made some arrests around Fadikpe with a lot of bags of cannabis recovered. We know how Guada used to be before. We understand Kuta Guada used to be center of movement of these things. And a lot of chains have been cracked in that area where NDLA busted some of these dealers. So it's a work in progress. All security agencies, we are doing one thing or the other to ensure that this issue of drug abuse is addressed. When we even arrest some of these thuggery boys, you hardly not see cannabis with them. At least, I think that's the most simplest intoxicant you can see with them. So we'll continue to clamp down on this to ensure that our community is better. I think these are the few questions we've received so far.
All right, on the Facebook page, you have Alhaji Suleiman Ibrahim saying, good morning, good people of Badeggi Radio. PPRO, Niger Lights are waiting a day. You swearing in as a commissioner of police, Niger State Command. God willing, amen, amen, amen. Yes. Ibrahim Amechi Mohammed says, good morning, People's Radio and my PPRO. Please tell the government that state policing is not the solution to insecurity's problem. After all, 80% of policemen and women are from their state of origin. Instead, let them equip the federal police forces and other security agencies to also prioritize their welfare. And me, my own question is, what do you think about state policing, PPRO? Maybe you should add that together. Yes, Mohamed Abibu says, good morning, Badeggi FM. Good morning, Captain Dogo, Mr. Apaya. He says, my Facebook, what's happening? May the guidance and protection of Allah be to you. My question this morning is, why is it that police law sometimes one side favor? What I mean is that dangerous weapon is prohibited in the public, but Fulanis are moving around, even in town with cutlass, and nothing is done to them. What we know Fulani is moving around with his stick. Now they have upgraded to cutlass. Then what will be their next level? Thank you. All right, so back to the phone lines. Hello, good morning this morning.
Hello, good morning, Billy.
Yes, good morning, Mr. Adekule.
Thank you very much. My name is still remains Mr. Adekule. And good morning, Wasiu Abiodun.
Good morning, sir.
Thank you. Thank you for the wonderful job you are doing for Niger Life, sir. May Allah continue to please you.
Amen.
I want to speak about this issue of school saving. Sir, I think right time, my own this morning is just like an advice or a call. Sir, I think right time, Nigerian police, Niger State should have a working synergy with the private school board in Niger State here, and even the Ministry of Education. We need to know the population of the private school we have in Niger State, both the private and the secondary school, primary and secondary school, and even the government school. We need to know the population of the primary and secondary school. I think from there we cannot pick it up how we can able to safeguard our school. If the private school can stand on their own as a private, I believe they can employ their own security on their own. And for the government can do that as their own institution as a primary school and secondary school. I think we should pick it there from there, sir. You can advise and it's a call. Please, we should know the population of private school we have and secondary school and the government one, so that we can pick it from there to safeguard our school in Nigeria. That's my own call this morning. Thank you.
Thank you. Daniel Inemeka says, please PPRO, Tunga roundabout by Access Bank. Please put your men there. Things are happening there in the night. Former Tunga roundabout by Access Bank. Hello, good morning this morning.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Yes,
my name is Ahmed.
All right, go ahead, Mr. Ahmed.
Hello?
We can hear you.
Yeah, I have a complaint.
All right.
About Central Police Station.
Okay.
If a suspect is detained in the cell, if the family went to give the suspect food, they will ask you to bring 500 naira by force. They say they will use it to buy Omo.
Okay.
We went there to give 3 people food. They say we must pay 500 for 3 people, 15. So that is my complaint.
Central Police Station. All right.
Yeah, Central Police Station.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. 09138579001. Hello, good morning this morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning this morning.
Yes, Bala from Pakungu.
Baba from Pakungu.
Bala.
Yes.
All right, go ahead, Bala.
Yes. Thank you. On the issue of school security, the PPRO, I'm very sure you are one of the best PPRO I have ever seen in Niger State for time. You are doing a very nice job. Sincerely, I was just waiting to hear what the PPRO will say today. My kids did not go to school today, sincerely. But I cannot compromise
people. Yes.
But I'm happy now with the clarification from the PPRO. We know things are, the situation is under control. May God continue to keep us safe.
Thank you, sir.
Secondly, on the issue of that the clip you people play on the guy that is threatening people that will go against Bagua and the president. I have not had any. PPRO has not addressed that. I don't know.
You have done that.
Okay, we are analyzing the video, and among other videos, and we are investigating, and by the grace of God, we will get them arrested.
Thank you very much. And then thirdly, please, the Usman Apaya, the last time ministry issued a circular statement that there will not be graduation ceremony, and then it was countered by Association of Private School Owners. Please, I will want you to invite the ministry to come and clarify that issue, because there is still controversy over that issue. Thank you.
We hope they come.
All right.
I think position of government supersede any other position. If government says, I think they will call it graduating party.
Yes.
Signing out party.
Yes.
And I think we are aware government banned any signing out party in any school. So I don't think private school will go contrary to that. But nevertheless, he has make a very good suggestion.
It's not even something that is even debatable. It's morally,
Yes.
So you can still bring the ministry.
We hope they will come. We hope they will come.
But we can even call their PRO now.
We still hope they will respond. Hello, good morning this morning.
Good morning, Billy. PPRO, all of you in the studios.
Yes, good morning.
Mr. Buti.
This is Mr. Bute from Jeraima, Ushishi State. My worries and my annoyance goes to the amplifier of this fake news.
Thank you.
And most especially in town, you can see the school administrators, heads of schools or proprietors, whatever you call them. They were the ones that amplified this fake news. And this creates a lot of tension. In fact, what information did you get that your own too will be on fire? And where you know that there are bandits, what effort, as a head of school, what effort did you make to inquire or to verify this information before putting it on your platform
for parents to come and pick their children from school. So this creates a lot of tension. Like the school principal, school head teacher, he's in a best, or proprietor is in the best position to verify this information. Look at what HIMA did. HIMA locked up their gate for parents. Nobody enter inside. Teaching and learning was going on in the school. But other proprietors or other head teachers, the moment they hear this information, without verifying it, without asking anybody, without taking any step, they quickly heighten the tension by putting it on the platform for parents to come and evacuate their loved ones. So this is my worries. Ministry of Education has to do something about this. Parent school board has to do something about this because they should make a place of contact, first point of contact before circulating such information, whether authentic or not authentic, because they didn't make any effort to authenticate the information. Thank you.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr.
I think in addition, we this radio receive a variety of calls. And we say nothing, not even commenting anything on it until we hear from the police.
Yes, exactly.
And it was the very moment we had the press release,
yes.
that was when we begin to talk about it. Because sometimes issues like this, if you talk about it as if you are escalating, you are promoting.
Yes.
So we deliberately decide not to say. That's why those people who respect who called us, we feel something. And again, there is one thing I don't know. There is this still video. Before the first rumor was about a school here in Mina.
Yes.
I even see the video that I think they say commissioner went. And they choose an Mbunu. I think they went. The principal was one of chef of Ministry of Education was asking the children, "Were you being molested? Were you being attacked?" They said no. So, but then I actually tried to put a call. I said, "Did you do that with the police?" Because sometimes there's a way you talk to people when you talk to issue of security. If you didn't give professionals to address it, you might think you are doing damage control, but not mean that you are doing a great damage. So I think that one too is another issue.
Yeah, you are right, and I agree with the last caller. You know, when you get such kind of alarm, I understand, as I said, some of the schools are also aided in this thing, creating more panic, calling parents to come. And when you have not even seen any threats. And you engage in this kind of a situation, and again you are within the town, you have not seen anything coming from left, from back, and
you're already panicking.
You are panicking and you create more tension. I saw a lot of videos. Parents were running to go and pick their. In the process of running, some fell down, some moving with their children. You can see, and you can imagine the number of people who might be having health challenges now across the state.
Yes.
Some videos from Suleja, from Garaka, from Mina, from Pakungu to New Busa. I was just,
it was crazy.
So we had to quickly come up that yesterday. But thank you, as the last caller said, and that is why we say our DPOs are accessible. We are working with the schools. Every school is expected to know its DPO and be working with them. Sir, this is our observation. Within few minutes, he will come to your school, we will discuss, and things will go on fine, rather than believing in unnecessary panic.
Rumors.
Honestly.
All right, let's pick one more call. Yeah. All right. Hello, good morning this morning.
Good morning. My name is Ambassador Gabriel the Challenger. I'm calling you from Tudun Fulani.
All right.
Kiaro, more grease to your elbow.
Thank you. Good morning, sir.
You see, this issue of fake news, it's high time. Seriously speaking, federal government should do a collaboration with Facebook, WhatsApp, and other social media companies, so that you understand this fake news. Anybody that posts something that is fake should be persecuted. You see, this issue started on Tuesday. You know, I was with a commissioner of education on Monday. I told her the incident of Tudun Fulani and Peri and Babangida no light. So we took a tour. We came to Tudun Fulani. We went to Miriam. We were in AEDC when a call came in. You understand that an alarm was raised in GGSS. Thank God, you understand, she swept in with her team, with me. We went to the school. There is nothing like that. Students we were just running up and down. I think you're understanding me. The bandits came into the school, that they are even in the girls' hostel, slaughtering girls. And it was a fake news. Thank God, Commissioner of Education resolved the issue there.
we left. So you see, this type of a thing happened again yesterday, and that yesterday went viral. You see, it is not a sweet one.
Right.
So please, the federal government should run a collaboration with these social media companies. You understand? So that the needful will be done. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Daniel Maker on the Facebook page saying, my PPRO, please always put the new uniform anytime you are coming to the station. You look smart and so good in the new uniform. Watching you live from Enugu this morning. All the way from Enugu.
I don't understand. Which uniform?
I think there's another uniform.
That gallant
the camouflage.
The camouflage, yes. But we are not in war now, so.
Thank you.
All right, so PPRO, you can.
I think before you react, I have one last question. This is rather rhetoric.
Okay.
I don't know whether you're able to answer it. It's a question that you want to answer. What happens to Buhari's during Buhari? There was a government policy of recruiting 10,000 police every year. So is that one? Is it a reality? Because you need to know your number of increase.
Okay, thank you. Okay, let me pick it from your angle, from the last question. We just talked about 50,000 police recruitment ongoing. Yes, the former, based on what I know, the former president approved 10,000 yearly for the police, but the current administration increased it to 50,000.
Okay, so you mean we'll be getting 50,000?
You can answer 50,000 is on pipeline.
Okay.
And I think immediately after that. Further clearance from the federal government, we may get another 50,000. And this 50,000, we are working towards finishing their training on time and joining the police force manpower for election. So you can see the government is working towards the right direction. That is by the way. Somebody talks about state police. I would say I cannot make any comment on state police.
Okay.
It's a national policy. Whatever the government decides is what we follow.
Okay.
That is that. Police law on one side, talking about whether Fulani bears cutlass within the town. Bearing of dangerous weapon in public space is an offense. And it still stands the way it is. I understand that Fulani goes around with cutlass, and based on what I know in the town here, we've arrested a lot of people with cutlass, knife, daggers, a lot of dangerous weapons. So there's no special treatment to whether this one is this tribe or this one is the other tribe to bear weapons. When you are within the public space, if you are rearing your animal in the bush and what have you, it may be tagged as okay for your protection in the forest against what may happen, but in the town, what is the threat? And we are doing this. A lot of cutlasses, a lot of dangerous weapons are being recovered and arrests are being made. So there's nothing like the police law, or it's not police law, it's the law of the federation. And we are enforcing this law. And laws are not made by the police.
Yes.
Laws are enacted by the Act of Parliament, and it's our job to enforce. Mr. Adekunle, talking about numbers of schools. Yes, we are working hand in hand with Ministry of Education, as I said. We've had series of meetings. We have series of training together in the line of school protection activities. I do, because I'm not a professional in that line. I may not be able to cram the total number of schools in Niger State. But I can assure you, if you call the PRO of Ministry of Education, they will give you all the details. The total number of primary schools, total number of secondary schools in Niger State is their job. But we are working hand in hand towards the security of our schools in Niger State. And I keep on emphasizing, everybody saw the efforts taken then about schools issue when we had the previous incident. And we are still very much aware that we know that there are some vulnerable areas in the state where the schools are still shut down, to ensure security is guaranteed while educational activities continue to take place where it is adjudged to be relatively peaceful.
I doubt if even the ministry know the total number of schools in Niger State.
Okay, I challenge you to do your work on that. So, but this one is a very bad story. Talking about Central Police Station, somebody alleged that taking food to suspects, they are being charged to pay a sum of 500 naira. It is very, very uncalled for. It is unprofessional. It is not expected. And I would have loved the fellow, maybe as at that time the situation occurred, you could have put calls to us and we will have intervened and stop that action. But nevertheless, I would definitely draw the attention of the DPO to this. It is not in our practice. It is against the police profession. It is unprofessional. It is gross misconduct. Somebody even brought food to his relative. Yeah, he's even assisting the police. And why will you now say you should bring money before he can tender food to his relative in custody? It is very, very, very wrong, and it's the commissioner of police will not want to even hear this. And I'm very sure as soon as I left here, we'll take appropriate action. So for that, we are very sorry, and such fellow has gone against the standard operating procedure. It's a selfish interest. It's a selfish decision. It is not an institutional position. Tunga roundabout, you are talking about police patrol vehicles or police needed in Tunga roundabout. I've just mentioned it that we do have a police patrol at strategic locations, but due to one assignment or the other, they might not be stable. But just yesterday, we had an assignment at Shango in a trade fair where the state government had a program. And today, we will still call all our DPOs to ensure that our patrol vehicles are visible for response to distress and other police activities. So I think with this, I think I've answered all. In case if there's any other one that I omitted, but I think it's clear.
Yes.
So with this, I drop the curtain and I say thank you to everybody. We appreciate all of you for showing concern, for following and giving us meaningful contribution towards making our dearest state a safe place. Thank you and God bless you.
All right, thank you very much, PPRO Asio Abiodun, for all that update. And I think, Mr. Paya, with that, we are also going to be calling it a wrap.
Not really.
Okay,
really. We have
something.
Clip, how I wish we play this clip when Asio Abiodun is here, because it has to do with security.
Okay, so let's indulge him real quick before he leaves.
It's not something. It's an update on the this issue of Fulani bandit that is so let's
okay, let's have it.
Yan wani 'yan Najeriya ku saurare da kyau.
Duk wanda ya gaya min wai cewa latinin da ya fara kidnapping yana samun miliyoyi zai koma rayuwar shi na da, wanda a shekara ɗaya sai ya sai da sa zai ga naira 100,000 yana yaudaran kanshi. Saboda haka mu a ganin mu dole gwamnatin tarayya ta sa sojojinta na ƙasa da na sama da 'yan sanda da duk jami'an tsaro a yaƙi mutanen nan sai an tabbatar babu ko ɗaya daga cikinsu da yake tsaye. In suka ga an fi ƙarfinsu an yaƙe su, dukkansu za a kashe su. Ƙila lokacin ne wayan suka rage za su zo su ce za su yi su. Amma yanzu dinnan yadda suke kullum kowane rana sai na samu rahoto an kama mutum 10-20 a jihar Kaduna kawai. Wai a ce za su daina, wala ba za su daina.
Dr. Ahmed Gumi ya shiga daji ya gana da waɗannan 'yan bindiga, sun bayyana cewa bukatunsu shine a yafe musu kuma a biya su diya. Kai baka da wannan ra'ayin kenan?
Ba ni da shi. Diyan me? Laifin me aka yi musu? Su da suka kashe mutane suka kone gidajensu, su ne suke neman diya? Ahmed Gumi abokina ne kuma mun yi magana da shi. Na gaya mishi cewa yawancin Fulanin nan ba su da addini. Ba su san addinin Musulunci ba, ba su san addinin Kirista ba, ba su san Allah ba. Shi yasa suke abubuwan da suke yi. Mun yi magana da shi, na ce musu ku malamai ya kamata ku je ku fara mai da su musulmi ma tukun, domin mutumin da ke da addinin musulunci a zuciyar shi ko wanda yake da addinin kirista ba zai rika kashe mutum, ya kashe jariri, ya take hakkin shi haka ba. Amma filanin nan mun kama yawanci su ko fatiha ba su iya ba. So muna ganin malaman addini suna da babban tasiri wurin jawo hankalinsu su mai da su suna da addini. To amma ni maganar da muka yi da malam kenan. To amma abin da ya je yana yi wai a yafe musu, mu ba mu yadda da wannan ba. Babu wani yafewa, ba laifin da aka yi musu, babu. Su suka fara wannan abu, yanzu suna cewa wai in aka gaba Filatini ana mishi haka, wa ya fara? Su suka fara, ba a yi musu laifi ba. Saboda haka mu gwamnatin jihar Kaduna ba mu canza bakanmu ba, a yaƙe su har zuwa ƙarshe. Maganin abin kenan. Amma Ahmad Gumi malami ne ya ce ta abin da yake, kuma in yana ganin cewa wai wa'annan za su daina, shi ma zai dawo ya gani.
Do you care to explain?
the little I got there may not be clear enough, except you do what.
That's why I said you should explain. Exactly.
It's about this Ahmed Gumi who is actually making a case for this Fulani bandit, where we visibly see what they are doing in the bush, and many are now saying, why should he be moving around? And even recently he said you have the right to go to anywhere, you understand, in the country. Nobody stops you, but you cannot cause trouble and being a spokesperson of the bandit, and you be free to move around. Okay, if you accept them in that, will you go to Lagos and say you want to live freely and start being spokesperson of the bandit? So we need to know the position. So many Nigerians are now saying that, okay, look at, and again, one other very important issue, the fear of this, ethnic cleansing. If Fulani continues like this, it means they are now asking Nigerians, okay, they should take arms against them. So we now looking at what's needed to be done security-wise in terms of, educating and giving orientation, so that the Fulanis know that it will only come to a time that Nigerian will not want to retaliate. And I believe the security wouldn't want issue like this because it's going to overwhelm you.
As a security personnel, I wouldn't want us to be tagging a particular tribe.
Yes.
Because we must always disabuse our mind from this scenario. There's no specific tribe that is tagged to be a particular, that is tagged to a particular crime. Yes. A criminal is a criminal who must have committed an offense and he faced the consequences of his action. So let us first cut the issue of tribal attachment.
Okay.
Then the issue of the sheikh is a national issue. You understand? My jurisdiction is within Niger State. I discuss issues of the security in Niger State. What you have just brought up is a national issue, and the only person who have the authority to make comment on national issue is the police force PRO at the national headquarters. So I will gladly join you to reach out to my boss who has the authority to speak on national issue. My job is limited to Niger State. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you for the
Thank you very much. Tactical PPRO Wasiu Abiodun. Yes, that was PPRO Wasiu Abiodun who has tactically, maneuvered his way out of this tight corner that Mr. Paya put him in this morning. So listeners, I want to say a very big thank you for being with us, and we come your way again tomorrow with another outstanding edition of the program. Do enjoy the rest of your day, and bye for now. Up next, time for Badeggi Radio Link.